Well, new restaurants come and go in the Nashville area, but this one has staying power. Executive Chef Chris Stallard of Flight World Dining and Wine is here with a recipe and some big plans for their ongoing 10th anniversary celebration. Great to have you with us.
Thanks for having me.
All right, so we are making basically what could be considered carrot cake or zucchini bread, but you're doing it with butternut squash.
Absolutely. We got this beautiful squash from Farmer Dave, and we're just using it in the fall menu any way that we can. So this utilizes the scraps of that to make a wonderful dessert or savory preparation.
I'm calling it dessert because you're putting cream cheese frosting on it, which looks great to me.
Which everything's better with cream cheese frosting.
Kidding.
So we're going to mix our wet ingredients with just sugar, oil, and eggs, and we're just going to whisk this together. You don't need a mixer for this recipe, so it's actually super easy to make at home.
Less cleanup too.
Yeah, and if you want to mix the dry ingredients, we got some whole wheat flour, cinnamon, baking powder, and soda, and then some salt and some walnuts.
So this is just kind of the traditional zucchini bread recipe, but you're just adding a different vegetable to it.
Absolutely.
That's a good idea.
And this could also be carrot if you have leftover carrots. You can make a version of a carrot cake, carrot bread with this as well.
Nice. So what do you serve this with at the restaurant?
Well, this actually is on the new country ham plate. So I have Benton's country ham sliced thinly, and this replaces cornbread. In the summer, we had melon and cornbread with it, with whipped honey. This is going to get whipped maple and a couple cubes of this bread. So it can be savory as well as sweet. So,
all right, ready?
So, yep, you're just going to mix these in here, and then if you want to grab our butternut squash, and we'll.
So you took the squash and grated it.
Yeah, just use a box grater, or if you have a Cuisinart that has a grater attachment to it. And so you just add your butternut squash in there.
You ready?
Yep, and we'll mix the rest with the spatula. Cool.
There you go.
And then we'll put it on the pan.
That's going to be good. Now you could cook this in a loaf pan if you wanted to.
Certainly could. It would take about an hour.
Okay.
If you do it on a sheet tray such as this, it only takes about 20 minutes or so.
And what a good idea to do that on a sheet pan, because then you don't have to cook it as long, and you can make it into these little bars that you've done. I think that's a cute way to serve it. So if you're doing it in the bars, you'll just slice it into the little bar shapes. Mm-hmm. How long do you cook it in a sheet pan?
About 20 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, 350 degrees for 20 minutes.
Nice.
And so once this is all incorporated, we would just spread it into this pan here.
Okay.
And then do you want to put the cream cheese icing?
I would love to do that. I'll tell you what, I'm going to move this out of the way.
Yeah, absolutely.
You want to do that while I'm doing the cream cheese icing? Are you putting it in there?
Sure.
Okay. And while I'm doing this, tell me about your big 10th anniversary plans.
So Flight turned 10 this year, and we have a special menu for one more week in addition to the regular menu. So we are featuring some flights from the past, as well as a butternut squash, buffalo chicken spring roll as well.
That's one of your favorites.
It is.
Yeah, it's one of mine too. I love it. Nice.
All right, so I'm just going to spread this guy out.
Cool. And you mix it a little better if you're doing this at home, I'm
Yes,
sure.
absolutely. So
that looks great. All right, you're leaving this here with me, right?
I am indeed.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even need the cake or the bread. I just need the cream cheese frosting.
And I would say that this does look, the batter should look this dry, but it will bake up nice and moist because
it looks great.
Of the butternut squash.
All right, Chris, thanks so much for being with us today. We appreciate it. You can find this recipe online at newschannel5.com in the Talk of the Town section. Be sure to visit Flight at 718 Division Street in Nashville. Help them celebrate their 10th birthday. More Talk of the Town right after the break, including a check of what may be some record-breaking temps across the area. Find out when October really will feel like October coming up.